Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Mobius Mini Pendant. This is the 184500. Happen to have one right here, so we're going to talk a lot about it, get into lots of little details. So, the height of this fixture before you get into the overall height with hanging from these is going to come in at 6.5 inches from the bottom here to right here. Diameter is coming in at 5. When we talk about overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture, so again, bottom of here to the actual ceiling itself. This is going to give you a pretty wide range. That range is going to be as short as 9 inches or as long as 54 inches. So if this is as short as 9 inches, this can be a semi-flush, so you can use it in all kinds of interesting applications. And getting back to the 54 inches, that's overall height. That's with the pipes that are going to be coming with it automatically. This is actually going to ship with more wire than you need if you're using these pipes. It's going to ship with 70 inches of wire. If you need to go beyond the 54 inches down into the 70, 65 inch category, right around there, email us and you can order kits of these pipes to get you down there so you don't have to do any customization. If you've got to go well beyond that 70 inches, we do custom lengths, so just email us, tell us what you're doing and what you need, and we can kind of go from there. Let's talk about more stuff on this. Let's talk about installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open it up. It's going to show you these. These are the install sheets. They're going to show you, this is a parts list. Which one's a parts list? Hold on. Yep, here's your parts list right there. A really important thing it's going to show you is a chart. That chart is going to show you which combination of which of these pipes you're going to use to get to the overall heights that are listed right there. See, you're in red right there. And this is also on the page, that chart is on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, and it's on the install sheets that you can pull up right now, right next to me. Let's talk about a couple other things as far as how you put it together. Very, very simple. You're going to take what's called the fixture body, that's this guy, has the wires coming out of it. You're going to put down a blanket or some towels or something on a table or on a counter. You're going to put this at one end. You're going to feed the wire through these little pieces, one by one. So you're going to go through a pipe, you're going to go through a connector, and this is a connector. This is threading on a connector. The pipes have threading on the inside of each one, so you're going to go through the parts one by one, and then you're going to screw them together. It takes just a quick second, so we'll do that. And this is a 12 inch, this is a 6, and this is a 3. You're going to get 3 of the 12s, you're going to get 1 of the 6 and 1 of the 3 to put them together automatically. That's what's going to come in your little kit. And just do this, and look at that. See how clean that is? It's beautifully engineered. It just looks like a solid rod coming down. Very well done. You're going to keep going with that, and the wire is going to eventually exit this. This is a canopy that goes on your ceiling. This is going to go on your 4-inch junction box, just like that. This is 5 inches in change, round. It's slope ceiling adaptable already. There's a knuckle right here built into the top of this. So if you need this to be slope ceiling adaptable, it's already set up for you. Okay, let's talk about a couple of other things. I want to touch on the finishes really quick on this. So on this fixture, when you look at it, a lot of people think that the inner part in here is actually a different finish. Like in the picture of it, it has a golden tone to it. This is bronze, just so you know. And when you have a halogen bulb, which projects a 2700 Kelvin yellow light, basically, inside of something like this, it's going to activate well, not activate, but it's going to make it look very golden because there's a little suspension of golden particles on the inside, or actually the whole thing, of bronze, and that reacts to light. So more light that gets on it, the more golden it's going to look. And if it's going to be a golden light projected on it to begin with, and that's what halogens do, it's definitely going to look gold. But the whole thing is actually finished in one finish. If you like that look, go for the bronze, the 05 bronze, and that's what you want to do. Why don't we talk more about what goes into it as far as lamping goes. So the other trick on this guy is you can go up to 35 watts for a halogen bulb, and that's because halogen bulbs get pretty hot, and this is metal, don't forget, so you don't want to get that too hot to touch. But you can do LEDs, and there's all kinds of LEDs that will fit inside the housing. And I've tried many of these LEDs. What I generally find is the easiest bulb to get into this fixture is going to be 2 inches overall height or less. That's going to be really important. So when you're out scouting for bulbs, and it could be in a hardware store like True Value or Home Depot or something like that, or if you're on Amazon or any of those websites, just make sure it's only 2 inches high, and that's overall height or less. That's going to be key. And then, if you can get a 60 watt equivalent LED, I think that would be a good way to go with this. If you can find better than that, that's that below 2 inches we talked about, then go for that as well. The other thing about those LEDs, they're going to be offering them into you with that same kind of light coming out of the halogen. They're going to offer them to you 2700 Kelvin, that's a super yellow light. They're going to offer these to you in something called daylight, and that's going to be a bluish white light, like an overcast day or a hospital waiting room. And they're also going to offer these to you in something called warm white, soft white, and that's going to be the light that's coming down on my hands right now. That's 3000 Kelvin. That's what we like to use in our showroom. It's a G9 socket. Okay, it takes a G9 bulb. They just push right in. It's no big deal. And you're going to want to look for a G9 LED, and you're going to look for like a 60 watt equivalent to begin with, and maybe a 3000 Kelvin. That is dimmable, because you probably want to dim these at some point. And just make sure it is at or below 2 inches overall height. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.